Who's ready to get reading? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episode 21? 21 of Undead Unluck. Sometimes I hate my brain that just cannot remember the number of the episode super well. But yeah, we're on episode 21 of Undead Unluck, and we're with Ano Un, and they are, well, progressing things pretty interestingly. They have the power to, like, draw up pretty much anything and, like, including the biographies of people. Or no, the biography was done through Autumn. Yeah. Ano Un replicated Autumn's claw and used it to unfold the biography of Andy, which also obviously includes Victor. And it like just is super huge. It's like, how are they going to read through all that? But on top of it, we've now seen like how crazy Ano Un can be, how they are just willing to completely lop off their arm. And I kind of theorized last time that the fact that they were so willing to lop off their arm so easily makes me wonder if this is even actually Ano Un. Because we know, like, Ano Un hides their identity. So why would they just reveal, like, their identity to two people, even if they, I guess, kind of know they can trust them? I feel like this, like they probably take precautions in this, and that this is like a body they can communicate through. Because we know that when they like draw something, it gains all the properties of whatever it would be, right? Like when they drew Andy's arm and used it, it fully had Andy's power within it. When they drew Autumn's claw, it had Autumn's power in it. Meaning whatever they draw, whatever they bring to life with this power, is fully itself. Now, they did say they could only draw one thing at a time, but I don't think that's true. I feel like that's, like, that would feel like a natural limit to a power this intense and, well, powerful. But I don't know. I don't believe it. I feel like they wouldn't be, because the thing is, not only did they slice off their own arm, but they did so without even reacting to it. They didn't even seem to like care that they chopped off their arm, which implies to me that it didn't hurt them. And I don't think they even reacted in any way to it until after, like, even Foucault pointed it out when they were already on the escape from Autumn. So it's like, I don't think that's true, and I think that this is probably some kind of, like, not clone per se, but like a body, again, that they are able to, like, communicate and control. Some kind of like host body that they're able to utilize to communicate with people, separate from them actually being there. It just seems like it's too, like, almost impossible for it to be otherwise. And again, the blood doesn't matter, because the body having blood, it's like, okay, it's a body. It's a physical humanoid body. It's going to have blood. Because again, we know that the drawings retain properties of whatever is drawn. So a humanoid body would have blood, but if the body is being controlled by a person outside of that, then the person outside of that would not be able to feel the pain of the body, and that's why they didn't have a reaction when, when slicing off the arm. It's just, I just don't believe it. I just don't believe that's actually them. And if that is, then I'm just even more confused. Because that would mean that they just don't feel pain, which would confuse me a lot. I mean, it's possible. There are people who don't feel pain, who like have, that disorder and everything. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Um, Gonna be interesting to learn about this history, though, to find out Andy and Victor's history and see how that helps us exactly. Let's just get into it, see what this episode has in store for us. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, this episode was a lot more emotional than I expected. And it makes sense, considering we're going into Andy's memories. We're going to get a lot heavier, a lot deeper, a lot more intense with that kind of stuff. It makes sense that this arc, or this portion of this arc, would be a lot more, like, emotionally resonant. But damn, it, like, actually got to me a bit. And that's saying something. Well, I cry easily, but I don't think I've really cried at this series. And that's what I'm trying to get at here. It's like, I think this might be the first time it's actually made me tear up a little. I didn't, like, full out cry, but I got a bit teary. I got a bit sniffly. But let's start at the beginning here. So, we have Soul Calibur. I play fighting games. I like fighting games. I've enjoyed them my entire life. And so, it instantly made me think of the video game Soul Calibur. Well, the video game series. Which I've played most, if not all of. I believe I might have played all of them. But I've always enjoyed the Soul Calibur games, and so having the artifact here named after that is really funny to me. But also, when Ano-Un pulled up their top to, like, show it off and everything, first of all, they're ripped. Like, damn, those abs are very nice. But second, it seems like it's implanted in, like, their chest, like right around the breast area, and there's even like markings on the chest that very much imply that it was, like, forcefully put there rather than, like, naturally. So I'm very curious about that. But it also fuels my idea that this is not Ano-Un's true body, because I feel like it feels like too off to me with everything we're getting and everything we're learning. But Soul Calibur is able to take Fuko's soul out of her body and implant it into something else. Which I'm wondering, could that be how Ano-un, like, if this is a fake body, could Ano-un have taken their soul and put it into the... I don't know how that would work, though. Because they would still feel pain at that point, right? Because we saw within the memory, Fuko could still feel things and everything. But, like, I don't know. I don't know if that's, like, the case or if it's something else. That would be interesting. But then how would they do it alone? How would they use the orb to take out their soul? And after their soul's already taken out, how would they use the orb again to put it back into the new body? There's a lot of questions that go into that, I feel. I feel like there'd be... I mean, it might be possible, but I don't know. It might not be the case. I might be just, like, trying to fit things in where they don't belong. But yeah. Really interesting nonetheless. So Fuko is inserted into the book that was made from Andy, and is going to experience Andy's past, his memories, his backstory, everything that makes him who he is, and in turn is going to not only learn more about him, but learn more about herself as well. And that's really fascinating to me for a number of reasons. But we see she's first sent into the Old West, like right after the Civil War. And this is something I want to talk about real quick. So when Andy comes across this gunslinger on the hilltop, he's like, speak English, because she's speaking Japanese, and she tries to speak English and all. I wanted to check the dub to see how that translated, because like I said in the reaction, this is something that anime has a problem with, like showcasing different languages, because when you're originally having the anime produced for the Japanese audience, like pretty much all the language is going to be in Japanese, even if a character is canonically speaking English. Here's an example for you. Carol and Tuesday, one of my favorite anime, by Shinichiro Watanabe, same creator as Cowboy Bebop and all. The characters in Carol and Tuesday canonically speak English. The language they are speaking in the series is English, but when you're watching the subbed version, you hear them speaking in Japanese. Outside of like some of the music, actually I think most of the music is in English. Um, all of the actual just spoken word stuff is in Japanese. And again, it's because it's made for a Japanese audience, and that's what they're going to understand the best. I understand that, but there's some anime where it's like the character is like very actively speaking a different language from another character, like within the canon, but they're like for our ears speaking the same language, and it kind of like creates this breakdown of logic. It's like, oh, we're supposed to believe that this gunslinger is speaking English here, but we're hearing him speak Japanese. And yet when Fuko's trying to speak to him, she starts speaking broken English. Like she's speaking English, basically, as a lot of people call it, which I think is not the best term, but she's speaking broken English to him because she's trying to communicate in a language that she's not super familiar with. Right? Well, that makes things really confusing because yeah, it's just there when you have the character speaking in English, but they're actually speaking Japanese, like literally. It's weird. So I wanted to see what they did with that in the dub. They barely did anything. They acknowledged that there's the language difference, but like when Fuko's trying to speak English, it's like no different than when she's speaking Japanese. In the dub, it's just you're just hearing the voice actor speaking English the entire time. There's no difference, no changes. By the way, I don't think I've checked out the dub for this series before. Andy and Fuko's voices are actually great. They fit them wonderfully. Every other voice I heard briefly in checking that out was terrible. And some of the pronunciations felt very off. And it was really weird to me. But Andy and Fuko's voices were great. But, like, there was some pronunciation weirdness, and, like, every time they said Ano Un's name, they, like, emphasized Ano weirdly, and it just sounded really fucking weird. It sounded really fucking weird. And again, like Juice's name, they said very weirdly as well, and stuff like that. I briefly, like, scrolled through the episode. I didn't watch a lot, but yeah, it's like it was weird to me. And maybe that's just because I'm so used to the Japanese voices. But it's like, I don't know, it just felt a little off, and I can't explain entirely why. But nonetheless, Fuko slowly starts to get the trust of Andy and his gang at this point. And it kind of works. Like, they don't, like, 100% trust her, but they're working with her, and, like, they side with her, and they're gonna even, like, agree to bring her into the gang, into the squad. But then some guys come in and kill, like, everyone in the squad except Andy and Fuko. Which, like, I thought they actually, like, managed to dodge it, but no, they all died. All three of the others died. Including the girl who died saving Fuko. And it's like, just Jesus fuck. And we find out the bar owner was working with these bandits and everything to protect the kids. And Fuko, or not Fuko, Andy says that he was, like, punishing her by having her, like, pour out the Anheuser Busch beer on their graves every year on the anniversary of their deaths. But it's like, no, like, Fuko was right. Fuko was completely correct that he was being nice, and he was giving her a way to repent for her guilt and everything. Like, I don't think he fully realized he was doing it, though. Because this seems like an Andy who's, again, he's very serious at this point. He's very intense. I don't think he's, like, the nicest guy, necessarily, at this time. He's doing good things. He's trying to, like, you know, help people out. But, yeah, he's kind of like a rough and tumble dude at this period. We do find out that this is apparently when he first discovered he was undead. So that's interesting. And that his earliest memory is April 15th, I think it was, 1865, in Washington, D.C. So I'm wondering if that's when he's going to change from Victor to Andy. And I'm wondering if this is the current timeline. If this, because, like, maybe in the current timeline, he's only been Andy in this one, and he's been Victor in all the previous timelines. I wonder if we're going to actually see the moment he becomes Andy. That would be really interesting. But yeah, we see, like, when Fuko's, like, going on these adventures with Andy and, like, different members of the gang they initiate and lose over time. Like, even she admits it's kind of, like, played as, like, almost like a book or a movie or something. It's just, like, kind of passing by like it's nothing. Like, she's not really fully experiencing it. It's like a slideshow almost. And that's really interesting because she is just experiencing memories. Like I said, she's not actually there. And while she can affect the memories while she's in them, it's not going to actually change the memories overall. Like, it's not going to, like... For example, it won't have changed Andy's memories when Fuko told him, like, oh, you're going to meet me at this station in 100 years. When I try to escape, just hold on to me and everything. It's like, he wouldn't have remembered that. He'll never remember that because it's like, she's not going to actually change the memories in that way. And she can't change what happened. Like, actually occurred. It doesn't work that way. So, it's just more of like her, at that point, kind of coming to realize and acknowledge her feelings for Andy. And more of her, like, telling this version of Andy that she had the chance to, like, kind of communicate with and understand of what he basically becomes. It's futile in the long run, but it's a nice moment nonetheless that really shows how far her and Andy's relationship has come and how she genuinely loves the shit out of him. Because like she is deep in love with him, and it is very obvious. It is very obvious, and I think he genuinely reciprocates that. I think he loves the shit out of her too. I think it is exceptionally mutual. And honestly, I think it's super cute. I actually really do ship them. I think they're a great couple. So, yeah, it's just a matter of now she ends off the episode going to that time, the last, the oldest memory he has. So, is she gonna see Victor turn into Andy? Is that gonna like happen in front of her? Because that would be really interesting. That's what I'm hoping we end up seeing. But I guess we'll have to wait until next week to find out. Tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode? Have you checked out the dub at all, by the way? Let me know in the comments if you've seen the dub at all and what you think of it. And obviously, no spoilers for the future. Do not tell me if any theories or anything I have are correct or not. I want to be surprised one way or the other when things are revealed. So, like I said, thank you so much as always for tuning in. I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.